In this lesson we are going to look at how we multiply fractions. Let's start with looking through our learning objectives. To start with, we're going to identify the numerator and the denominator in a fraction. Then we're going to look at how we can demonstrate how to multiply fractions. And then hopefully you will be able to explain to a friend or family the trick for multiplying fractions. So let's start with our first objective. So we have looked at this already, the numerator and denominator, so really this should be more of a recap. Fractions are numbers which are not whole. They're normally less than one, but they can be more than one as well. They're split into two parts. The numerator is the number at the top of the fraction, and the denominator is the number at the bottom of the fraction. And if you remember when we looked at top-heavy fractions or improper fractions, we said that the denominator does not have to be bigger than the numerator. So if the fraction's more than 1, the denominator will be bigger. So, a couple of examples here on the screen. You should be able to see that my first fraction is written 2/7, and the fraction is written 2/7. That means that my numerator, the number on the top, is a number 2. And my denominator, the number on the bottom, is the number 7. Easy peasy. My second example, I've still got a fraction, but it's just written slightly differently. Rather than being a number on the top and the bottom, it's a number first and second. It still shows me in this example that I have the fraction 6/5. So my numerator, the number on the top of the fraction, is the one that comes first, is the number 6. And the denominator, the number on the bottom of the fraction, is the one that comes second, and that is the number 5. That's just a quick recap because we've already done some work on this. So, in a second I'm going to ask you to pause the video. I'm going to ask you to go to our Google Classroom and have a go at task number 1, which is called numerators and denominators. Pause the video now. Okay, hopefully you did well on that. So, the main part of today's lesson is looking at multiplying fractions. Now, the work that we've been doing recently on adding and subtracting fractions has got really difficult, and some of you have found it really, really tricky. You will be pleased to know that multiplying fractions is really, really simple. To multiply two fractions, we simply multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, times the tops, times the bottoms. Really, really simple. So, hopefully you can see my examples on the screen in front of you. Now I've split these into red, amber, green, medium, easy, medium, hard, but I guarantee you will be able to do all of these. All we do is times the two numerators and then times the two denominators. So for my red example, 1/2 times 1/3. I do 1 times 1 on the top and 2 times 3 on the bottom, and that gives me the answer 1/6. That is the answer. Told you it was easy. Okay, so my amber example, my medium example, I do 1 times 3 on the top and 3 times 4 on the bottom. 3/12. Now, if you wanted to, you could be super duper clever here and you could tell me that that simplifies. I can divide them both by 3 to give me 1/4. But I am more than happy if you just give me the answer 3/12. That's absolutely fine. Final example. It's supposed to be the hardest one. It's really easy. Times the top, 2 times 3. Times the bottom, 3 times 5. What's the answer? Oops, a daisy Maisie. Don't know what I did there. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. Again, you could be super duper clever here and tell me that they both divide by 3. And that is the same as 2/5. But if you give me the answer 6/15, that is absolutely perfect. And that's what we're doing for today. So this is the end of the video. In a second, when it's finished, I want you to go back onto the Google Classroom and have a look at task number 2, multiplying fractions. Can't wait to see you all next week. Bye bye.